going to see how to write batch items inside the DynamoDB tables using this BatchWriteItem methods of DynamoDB. So for that, if you go to the overview of what this batch item, if you see this, the batch item operation puts or deletes multiple items in one or more tables, right? A single write call batch item can write up to 16 MB. In the single call, you can write 16 MB or maximum 25 rows at a time. Okay. Why I'm saying at a time, I will show you, because in the in the coming video. Okay. So you have to just give me 2 to 3 minutes, then we can see this. So if you go to the code, right, see, for example, if I have more than one rows, right, multiple rows, how you will handle that multiple row if you want to store the data in the table in the multiple rows. So if you can see that my code, see, I'm getting that this body multiple rows in the HTTP call, and I'm taking out that particular body and parsing the body and putting it into data post, okay, in some that variable, JavaScript variable, right? So that now you have the data, right? Now what I'm doing, I'm iterating through that particular the data post length, okay. So I'm just iterating through that and putting it one by one, that value inside the array data. You see this array data dot push. So one by one, I'm just pushing the data inside that table. So now once I have that data all in an array, right? So my next job is to create an object, okay. So that object, like, where I will give the table name, in which table you want to insert the data, and what is your data which we have just now created in this array.data. So once you have that object, that param batch write object, now next thing we have to call that batch write item, okay. So we have to just calling the batch write item, and we have to just pass this particular object which we've just created, which is having the table name and the date and the data, which number of rows, right? So, and then callback function, okay. Inside the callback function, if it is an error, it will give an error and it will just pass back to the user, and otherwise it will just pass that success message to the users. So this is like for like we can, in this way we can insert multiple rows, and it will just 25 rows at a time, okay. So for example, if we have more than 25 rows, what we can do, we can have it here, right? We can have here more rows, right? We can insert it here like in number of rows, right? We can insert, right? We can keep inserting. And suppose if it is having 40 rows, if it is having 50 rows, then how we will do that? So for that, I will tell you one logic, right? What you have to apply. So you just create something like a variable, okay, count equal to 0, okay. And this thing, whatever this code you have, right? This code, this for loop code, this load, you have to like loop again and again, okay. This code you have to loop again. You just you have to check one thing. So what you have to do, just you have to create count, and then if you once you iterate through that, you have to just count. If it is more than 24, then you have to just create this. You have to insert the array data again, and just again insert those data into the through the batch, right? And just keep looping that and keep counting. Like if it is more than 24, just create an array and just insert again and again. Okay. So in that way you can write multiple rows at a time in the batch, right? So I hope this video is useful for you guys. So thanks for joining.